Measuring tools. When you go shopping with your mother, you buy many things which differ in shape and size, but all of them are called matter because they have mass and volume. So, what's meant by matter, mass, and volume? Okay. Matter. It's anything that has a mass and a volume, or it's everything that has a mass and occupies a part of space. Mass. It's the amount of matter that the object contains. Volume. It's the space that's occupied by the object or the matter. To deal with some matter, we must measure their length, mass, and volume. So let's start with the length. Length. When you buy clothes, the vendor asks you about the length of cloth you need. Let's see the measuring tools and the measuring units of length. Length measuring tools. There are two types of measuring for the length. We got number one, measuring ruler. It measures the length of short objects. Number two, graduated tape. It measures the length of long objects. So what about the length measuring units? Length measuring units are divided into three parts. Number one, centimeter or cm, or a part of centimeter. It's suitable for measuring small lengths as the length of a pencil or a book. Number two, meter or m. It's suitable for measuring large length as the dimensions of your classroom. 3. Kilometer or km. It's suitable for measuring very large lengths as the distance between Cairo and Alexandria. You have to be very careful about this. Notes: 1 kilometer equal 1000 meters, while 1 meter equal 100 centimeters. Let's go to mass. When you go to buy vegetables, the seller asks you about the mass of vegetables you want. So, the mass measuring tools are 1. Common balance or 2 pounds balance. It measures the masses of large objects as tomatoes and cheese. Number 2. Sensitive balance. It measures the masses of tiny or small objects as things made of gold and chemicals in the laboratory. So, what about mass measuring units? Mass measuring units have 3 units, which are number 1, gram or g, or a part of a gram. It's suitable to measure small masses such as jewelry. Number 2, kilogram or kg. It's suitable to measure large masses such as fruits and vegetables. Number 3, ton. It's suitable to measure very large masses such as cars. Notes: 1 kilogram equal 1000 grams, while 1 ton equal 1000 kilograms. Volume. When you go to buy milk, you must mention the volume of milk or the number of liters you want. So the volume measuring tools are 1. Graduated cylinder. It measures the volume of A. Liquids as water, oil, milk, etc. or B. Irregular solid bodies as a stone. Number 2. Ruler. It measures the dimensions of a regular solid body in order to calculate its volume. The volume measuring units are 1. Liter or milliliter. It's used in estimating the volumes of liquids only. Number 2. Cubic meter or cubic centimeter. It's used in estimating the volumes of solids and liquids. Note, 1 liter equal 1000 milliliter equals 1000 centimeter cube. 1 milliliter equal 1 cubic centimeter. Now let's talk about ways or methods of measuring volumes. 1. Estimating the volume of an amount of a liquid, for example, water. Pour an amount of water or any liquid into a graduated cylinder. B. Record the reading of the cylinder at the lower point of the water surface. How to have a correct reading for this liquid? Your eyes must be in a horizontal position at the lower point of the liquid surface. So of course position C is the correct one. It's not A, looking at it from the above side, or B from the lower point. No. So the correct position is C. And the correct reading in this case is 30 centimeter cube. So it's the second choice. Number 2, estimating the volume of a solid body, regular or irregular. A. Estimating the volume of a regular solid body. A cuboid body as a box or a book in our case. We use a ruler to estimate the dimensions of a regular solid body, such as a book, in order to calculate its volume. So, how to calculate its volume? It's by measuring the length L, the width W, and the height H of the book by a ruler. So this is the first step. Second, or number 2, calculate the volume of the book by using this relation. The volume in this case equal length multiply width multiply height. B. Estimating the volume of an irregular solid body. In this method, the irregular solid body must be insoluble in water, such as a stone or marble. This means it cannot dissolve in water. So we use a graduated cylinder to estimate the volume of an irregular solid body. How to calculate its volume? Pour an amount of water in a graduated cylinder and record the volume of water, which is V1, the figure on the left. Number 2, put a piece of stone carefully in the cylinder as shown in the figure and record the new volume of water with the stone, V2, the figure on the right. So the volume of the stone equals the difference between the two readings, equal V2 minus V1. In this case it will be 40 minus 30, which is equal to 10. Note, when a body is submerged in a cylinder full of liquid completely, an amount of the liquid is spilled out of the cylinder. So the volume of the body equals the volume of the spilled water. So, give reason. When a piece of stone is put in a glass full of water, an amount of water is spilled out of the glass. This is because the piece of stone has volume which replaces the volume of the spilled water. Another give reason. You cannot use a graduated cylinder contains water to measure the volume of a cube of sugar, because sugar is soluble in water. So of course it will not have a volume in this case. Okay, problems. Find the volume of a brick knowing that its length equal 20 centimeter, its width equal 10 centimeter, and its height equal 5 centimeter. Solution. The volume of the brick equal length multiply width multiply height. So in our case it's equal to 20 multiply 10 multiply 5, which is equal to 1000 centimeter cube. Number 2. Your classmate has 50 centimeter cube beaker completely filled with water. When he puts a piece of stone in it, 20 centimeter cube of water is spilled out of the beaker. What's the volume of the piece of stone? Solution: the volume of the stone equal the volume of the spilled water exactly. So in our case it will be equal to 20 centimeter cube. Number 3. When you put a piece of stone in a graduated cylinder containing 32 centimeter cube of water, the water level rises up to 40 centimeter cube. Find the volume of stone. Solution: the volume of the stone equal V2 minus V1 equal 40 minus 32 equal 8 centimeter cube. So number 4. When your brother put 2 marbles of the same volume in a graduated cylinder containing 30 centimeter cube of water, the water level rises up to 50 centimeter cube. What's the volume of each marble? Solution: the volume of the 2 marbles equal V2 minus V1, which is equal to 50 minus 30 equal 20 centimeter cube. So the volume of each one equal 20 divided 2, divide by their number. So this is equal to 10 centimeter cube. Now for the summary. Matter: it's anything that has a mass and a volume, or it's everything that has a mass and occupies a part of space. Mass: it's the amount of matter that the object contains. Volume: it's the space that's occupied by the object, matter. Measuring tools and measuring units, points of comparison. So this is in case we want to compare between measuring tools and measuring units. So the first point of comparison is the length. In case of tools, it's measuring ruler, graduated tape. In case of units, centimeter, meter, or kilometer. The second point of comparison is mass. Concerning tools, it's common balance or sensitive balance. Talking about units, it's gram, kilogram, or ton. So the third point of comparison, the volume. Talking about tools, it will be graduated cylinder or ruler. Concerning the units, it will be liter, milliliter, cubic meter, or cubic centimeter. Volume of a regular solid body equal length multiply width multiply height. Volume of an irregular solid body equal V2 minus V1.